Yo, what's going on guys? I'm Jay Cartere, and in this video I'm going to be summarizing Attack on Titan chapter 87 and share my thoughts. Please excuse any mispronunciation. And in the last chapter, the descendants of Ymir were called Elodians, but in this chapter, they're called Eldians or something like that. Like they've taken out the O or whatever. But I'm gonna still call them Elodians because I feel like that just works better. But yeah, I'm gonna go through a few of the major plot points, and then I'm gonna have a few questions to ask you guys so we can get into a discussion, because I really want to discuss this. I think it's very, very interesting. So Dina is changed into a Titan, and it's revealed that Zeke's mum Dina is the Titan that ate Eren's mum. I think that's pretty interesting because Zeke's mum ate Eren's mum. They both got the same dad. I think that's gonna create a lot of hostility there, even though I think there's hostility there already, even though it's not Zeke's fault that his mother turned into a Titan, but that shows us the kind of the battle that's going on between Zeke and Eren, and it's been going on for quite a long time, but yeah, so that happens. Eren wakes up from what seems to be dreaming. He claims that what was written in the books is the truth, and his father's memories are linked to his after reading the books in the basement. He and Mikasa are in a cell because they violated military policies. The bastard guard from the last chapter admits that he fed Grisha's sister to his son's dogs in order to educate them on the cruelty of life, and the injection that turns humans into Titans is revealed to be Titan spinal fluid. Only Elodians or descendants of Ymir transform apparently, and the bastard guard refers to a Titan as the Elodian's true form because he believes that they're all monsters and whatnot. So I think it's fair to assume that, everyone else in this community, the Mali community or Mare community, whatever you're calling them, they basically look at the Elodians like, wolves in sheep's clothing. Like they could turn into monsters at any time and start eating people. So it seems like, all the prosecution stems from fear, and the bastard guard plans to feed Grisha to a Titan in the name of entertainment. But before this, he makes an interesting point about how he wants to see all of the Elodians dead out of fear, basically, as I said earlier. Grisha asks him if his heart aches after committing all these atrocities, and he responds by asking Grisha if his heart would ache if his plan to restore Elodia, which would have resulted in a bunch of the Mali people dying, had gone to plan. And I think that's a very interesting point there. That's a very interesting point. As I've said many times on the Attack on Titan series, there is no real good guys or bad guys. Like, you could view this from either people's perspective, and yeah, you could be on anyone's side and you could come up with a reasonable reason of why that person is, or that side is the good side or that side is the bad side or whatever. So the cool guard from the last chapter pushes the bastard guard to his death to be eaten by a Titan, and we find out that the cool guard is the owl. Now the cool guard is the guy who allowed Grisha to sit down and watch the Zeppelin in the last chapter, and the bastard guard is obviously the guy that walked his sister, or was supposed to walk his sister back home, and then she ended up dead, which we now found that he fed her to dogs. What the fuck? Who does that? What the fuck? That is why I'm calling him the bastard guard, because he is indeed a bastard. And the cool guard, I was gonna call him the kinda cool guard, but by the end of this chapter, he becomes pretty cool. But yeah, as soon as he pushed the other guard down, I knew he was the owl. I knew it. I was like, okay, this guy is definitely the owl. Then I flipped a couple pages and he said, yeah, I'm the owl, bitch. He didn't say bitch, but he might as well have said it, to be honest. So yeah, the cool guard then cuts his hand and transforms into a Titan that looks very similar to Eren's Titan. So I'm thinking that Grisha's gonna eat him at some point, because he's obviously a Titan shifter. So Grisha's gonna have to eat him to become a Titan shifter, and then he eats the progenitor Titan, and then he, feeds himself to Eren. I think that is how things are gonna occur. I don't know how it's gonna occur. I don't know when he's gonna eat him. But I think, you know, the next chapter is probably gonna be continuing Grisha's story. It's probably gonna have a few flashbacks. Well, not flashbacks. A few flashes to the present day. When I saw Eren wake up, I thought that they might have been doing that "this is all a dream" kind of thing, and I was like, no, please don't fucking do that. Don't spoil everything. But it seems like they're not doing that. But out of nowhere, Eren and Mikasa are in a cell because they violated military policies or something, and I don't understand how they got there. So I've got a few questions for you guys for us to engage in a civil discussion. And first question is, what the hell did Eren and Mikasa do to end up in a cell? I really want to hear your ideas on that, because last time we saw them, they were in the basement, they were about to read these books. Why would they be in a cell? Doesn't make any sense to me. Hopefully we'll get some explanations in the next chapter, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be focused on Grisha, and we're going to see his journey up until he reaches the gates and he's discovered by I think it was General Pike. I think that's what's going to happen throughout the next couple chapters. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get there. Really, I thought we would have gone back to Eren and his friends quicker than this, but yeah, it seems like the chapters are fleshing out Grisha's story a little bit, and we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to see any resolution. And my next question is, what do you guys think is going to happen in the next chapter? I have no clue. I've got no predictions whatsoever. I don't have any clue. I think we'll find out why Eren and Mikasa are in a cell. I think that should be revealed in the next chapter. I think that is something that definitely needs to be revealed, because they just started giving us the questions to ask. They just told us that they're in a cell for no reason, and yeah, we need to know why. And my third question, which I think is going to be the biggest discussion topic, is who are the bad guys? Both in terms of the Mali government and the Elodians, descendants of Ymir, whatever, and in terms of Eren and his crew versus the Titans, the warriors, Zeke and all those guys, which is basically the Mali government again. So yeah, please answer my questions in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll be putting out loads more videos. I do put out an Attack on Titan chapter summary every month as it comes out. And yeah, if you want to check out the rest of my chapter summaries, you can click on the playlist on the screen to see more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to basically review the chapter and let you guys know whether I liked it or not. But yeah, I did like it. I was very excited when I realized it came out today. Today is the 8th of November, the same day as, you know, the American election and whatnot. That's going to be wild to see the results of that. But yeah, I was very excited to see that there actually was a new issue out. And yeah, I think it was a good issue. I think we didn't get a lot of new answers, which is a little disappointing, but we did get a few new answers, like what's in the Titan serum. We learned learning that Zeke's mum killed Eren's mum isn't really an answer to me, and we did find out whether that bastard guard killed Grisha's sister or not. And we also found out who the owl was. So we got a few answers, which is cool. We've still got more questions. They did ask more questions in, you know, leaving Eren and Mikasa in a cell and making Eren wake up all of a sudden out of nowhere. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where it just came straight out of left field. I really don't know where it came from. So yeah, it was a cool chapter. I almost said episode. It was a cool chapter. Not a lot here, but I am really excited for the next chapter and the chapter after that. But yeah, I'm getting used to reading a chapter a month, because I did read Attack on Titan in bulk prior to, you know, these new chapters coming out. So I have to kind of get used to the fact that I'm getting like drip-fed story right about now, and I'm not used to that, so I am gonna be a little unsatisfied with the small progress that we make in each chapter. But I can't fault the chapter for that, because it is a chapter. It's not a whole book or whatever. It's just a chapter within the series, so it's not supposed to have big leaps forward. It's supposed to be a cog in the big machine in order to go forward. So I gotta be cool with that, and I gotta accept that. So I think you know, taking that into account, I think it was a very good chapter, because I'm wanting to know more, and I'm very intrigued to know what happens next. I've got more questions, I've got more answers, there's more mystery and whatnot, and I'm not super pissed off. And if you're not pissed off, then it was good, didn't it? But yeah, let me know what you guys thought down below, in addition to answering my questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.